rugby, but who is still at heart a Hamiltonian. The list of achievements for Warren is very, very long. From wearing the Hamilton Boys High School jersey to the red, yellow and black of Waikato for 140 games, and then the famous black jersey of All Blacks for 17 games. Warren also coached Waikato, winning the New Zealand Cup in 2006, and he was also a technical advisor for the Chiefs. He then made his mark in the rugby world as a coach. Firstly, coached for Ireland, but since 2007 as coach of Wales, and with his contract going through to the Rugby World Cup in 2015, it will make him the longest serving national coach. In Warren's time as coach for Wales, he has 3 times taken them to the Six Nations Champions, and they have won the Grand Slam and Triple Crown in 2012, and those are no mean feat. But well done on that, even though it's not Kiwi, it's fantastic. Also as coach of the British Lions when they toured Australia in 2012. I think there must have been an enormous feeling of satisfaction to beat those Aussies 2-1, and we're all rooting for you over here as well. So Warren was born in Hamilton. He went to Hamilton Boys High School, and then he went to the University of Waikato, where he received his teaching qualifications. 2 years ago, the Waikato University recognised Warren with a Distinguished Alumni Award. And then, of course, the accolades have continued. In December last year, Warren was named the UK Coach of the Year, as well as High Performance Coach of the Year in the UK Coaching Awards. And then just a few weeks ago, he received an OBE in the British Queen's Birthday Honours for services to rugby. So congratulations on that from all of us. To have been recognised in Britain for a British honour as a Kiwi is absolutely remarkable. The other thing too is all of us here, I'm sure, remember when we hosted the Rugby World Cup in New Zealand, and here in Hamilton we were, well, another Welsh city really. We had so many Welsh visitors, and I know, Trudy, that you opened up your home and hosted a number of visitors here, and all Hamiltonians were, supporting the Welsh at the Waikato Stadium for their game and also in the semi-finals. It was like an extension of us. I do want to say at this time too that you can't do these things on your own, and they require the support and love of family. So thank you to Trudy, to Gabby and to Bryn for all the support you've given for Warren. So now to the honour that we're conferring today, Ambassador of Hamilton, our city, our place. There aren't actually any specific requirements of this job. For us, the people of Hamilton, your hometown, it's us saying well done. You do us proud, and we want to recognise that and your representation of our city, Hamilton, internationally. So the Deputy Mayor said to me, I should give you some pointers about the expectations of the role. So as you can imagine, I cut out half of those. But when you fly out to Cardiff in a few weeks' time to take up again another season, these are some of the things that you might find helpful to say, because they're all true. That the University of Waikato is a superb university of world standing, producing brilliant teachers and rugby coaches. That Hamilton Boys High School is not only a rugby world champion, but it is recognised for producing outstanding leaders and great rugby players. That the Waikato provincial rugby team is one of the world's best teams and has been known to be a producer of the best hookers in the world. That the Chiefs are the best team in the competition always. That the Waikato Rugby Stadium is as good, albeit a little bit smaller, as the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. And finally, that Hamilton is so wonderful and so great that it's difficult to find the words to describe it. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. So I'm sure you'll find many other things to say about your hometown, and this morning when I saw your interview on Breakfast on TV1, it was clear to me where your heart is. And I know that you will make a fantastic ambassador for our city. So we're proud to have you as one of us. You have achieved outstanding success, so congratulations to our man in Wales. So now I'm going to introduce to you David Pickering, the chairperson of the Welsh Rugby Union, who has got a message of congratulations all the way from Wales. Not in person.
Your wife can sleep from his own. Is he speaking Welsh?
We've got to get the sound right. The important thing is everyone will know exactly what he's saying, and that is how fantastic Ron is at it, right? We know that that's exactly what he's saying.
Something about leaks and coal mines.
And I have to tell you that he's got that, it is a fantastic speech, and he's got that lovely Welsh accent coming through, and it's actually quite delightful. So I hope we can get the sound done. No?
I'm going to have a play for a second.
All right, we'll try and see how that goes. So in the meantime, I'm going to now ask Ron to come forward to officially receive your medallion and to recognise you officially as an ambassador of Hamilton.
More.
Firstly, just thanks for that, boys. I did say to Brendan on the way up when we saw you there that maybe he should get up and accompany you as well, but he wasn't too keen on doing that. Firstly, thanks to the Mayor and Julie for those kind words. It's a huge honour for me to be here to receive an ambassador's role. And I was thinking about what was I going to say in terms of where your heart lies, and we've spent a lot of years away as a family. in Ireland and living in England and London and now in Wales and family back and forward and back to New Zealand for a few years. A good friend of mine who lives in Ireland once said to me, where do you think you'll live when you get a bit older? And I said, I'm not too sure. Will you live in the UK or will you go back to New Zealand? I said, I'll be definitely back in New Zealand. He said, remember one thing. And I said, what's he? He said, a savage loves his native shores. And that's exactly how I feel about being away, but also at some stage coming back to live in New Zealand and back to the Waikato and particularly back in Hamilton. I get asked a lot when I'm overseas, where do you come from in New Zealand? And I say I come from Hamilton, and usually the answer is that to the North Island or the South Island. And my response is, it's about an hour south of Auckland. It's an inland city where the Waikato River runs through the middle of it. And I was asked the same question a number of years ago by Andy Robinson, who was the English rugby coach at the time. And he said, whereabouts in New Zealand are you from? I said, from Hamilton. And he said, oh, what a beautiful city. He said, we were there with England, and every morning I was getting out for a run and going along for a run along the river, and then one of the days we went and ran around the lake. And I thought about it, and it really hit me. And I went, yeah, this is a beautiful city when you think about the beaches and particularly the river running through the middle and the lake and other things about it. And it sort of really stuck with me, that comment that was his observation of the city. So, and a number of times, being away, I'm very proud about where I do come from. And I suppose in a lot of ways, Hamilton reflects me and my personality and my character, because it's about sometimes not always getting recognition, but having to fight hard for it and having to work hard for that success. And it's very much a reflection of me, I suppose, my character about trying to get success, but it's about working hard for that recognition, to drive and strive for that. So in terms of that, I really do appreciate this award. It means a heck of a lot to me to have my family here. They've been incredibly supportive of me over a number of years. And my wife Trudy, I think she's probably, they talk about the success of the woman behind the man. Well, she's definitely been part of that. And then my two children, Gabriel and Bryn. I think all I can say is that they've been great children, and both of us are very proud of them, and I'm very proud about where I come from as well. I'll do as much as I can to promote Hamilton and take on those words of advice and instructions. In terms of my experiences, obviously here in rugby, the stadium here is the best rugby stadium in New Zealand in terms of viewing. You get the opportunity to be close, and a number of teams that come here and they play in different grounds, they always comment about the atmosphere at the stadium here, Waikato Stadium, and how it really does make a difference when they play here. And for me, having those opportunities as a youngster growing up, or as a young player growing up, the support from the Hamilton public and particularly the Waikato public, when I was lucky enough to play in the old rugby park, those are times that you remember fondly. And you spoke, Julie, also about the support that Wales had here during the World Cup, and I think that was incredible. We played Samoa and Fiji here, and the support that Wales had from the Waikato people was something that was quite overwhelming. And I think I know Steve Chu, the CEO of the New Zealand Rugby Union, made a comment afterwards questioning whether we'd bribed or paid a lot of supporters to come along and well team. And I suppose for me that was a tribute of the Hamilton public and support, and how people get behind you in this area and do really promote and support their own. And that means a huge amount to me, and particularly being back in New Zealand with a couple of games here in Hamilton, the World Cup. I know in 2016 Wales touring here, we've got 3 tests in New Zealand. I'm not sure where the venues are, but we've already been approached by the Chiefs if we were looking for a midweek game to play in Hamilton, and so I'm going to do as much as I can to promote that in 2016, and hopefully there might be a game against the Chiefs in Hamilton for one of those maybe if we're lucky enough to get a test match here in Hamilton as well. And fingers crossed that there may be some involvement with myself in 2017 with the British and Irish Lions. Again, coming back to, if I do get a chance to have that involvement, I'm sure there'll be some involvement of the tour in the Waikato and particularly Hamilton as well. So in some small way, I'm going to do as much as I can to help promote that, to get some recognition for the city. But it's so great to have the support of my family, to see some friends and colleagues and ex-players and people I've been involved with as well. And, I really do appreciate people coming along, and it does mean a lot to me. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Warren. So I think we're going to put the Welsh goal again. It's well worth the wait. Not done.
He's not taking it well, is he?
All right. What we're going to do is try and make it go. So while we're having a cup of tea, if we get it going, we'll let everyone know, and they can come and we'll just play it on the loop. So thank you everyone for coming along today. You know, the city doesn't give out lots of awards, and so when we do, it's a very special day and it's a very special people, and I think everyone would agree today that we've got a great ambassador overseas representing our city, and always a true Hamiltonian at heart, and a Waikato boy. So well done everyone. So on behalf of everyone, I think we'll stand and give you the official everyone, we're now going to go out into the foyer for a cup of tea and bite to eat, and a lot of talking and reminiscing, I would imagine. And for councillors, there's work to be done a little bit later after that cup of tea. But for everyone, please stay as long as you would like to and reminisce about a great day today. Kia ora, everyone.
Transferred to 2 degrees, I need to get
We've got a brilliant
No, mainly
like a
use,
blackberry.
no,